Cody Roark here, Mile High Sports, here with Justin Simmons after day 2 of Broncos camp, and really just the first couple of days, no pads. Always kind of hard to get a read without the physical contact side, but from a defensive back standpoint, you guys get to make a lot of plays on the football, and that's been the trend the last 2 days against this offense. What's it been like for you guys mentality-wise in that defensive room?
Yeah, for us, obviously the past few years having a pretty solid defense, and really wanted to expand on that. Things have been good but not great, and so defensively, we want to make sure that when it comes, push comes to shove, we can close out games. We can win games. We can get off the field when we need to. We can get the offensive ball back in short situations, and so no better offense to compete against than ours every day in practice. And so it's a challenge, but it's been fun so far.
Well, Eric Saubert's been a guy who's been standing out offensively, kind of emerged up the vertical seam there a little bit. Who stood out to you on the offensive side of the ball that you guys are like, okay, hey, we got to go back to the meeting room tomorrow. We got to adjust on this guy?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I wouldn't say has surprised or stood out in terms of I didn't expect this, but anytime we got to always keep an eye out for Judy. Anywhere he's at, man, 10, we got to just find him. They do such a good job of moving him around and getting him in situations with matchups that they like and obviously we don't like. And so, for Kareem and I, man, it's just being conscious of where he's at, where Russ is putting him, where Coach Hackett is putting him, and making sure we can try and capitalize.
Speaking of that, you guys had a play down there. Judy got deep vertically. K-Jack was over the top. You were underneath, and you just get your hand on it last second. I mean, what has Judy kind of done so far this offseason? I know he's coming back healthy off the ankle. That's giving you guys the ability to say, okay, we can adjust to this guy, because you're going to face some talented guys. You're going to face DeAndre Hopkins this season, DK Metcalf week 1. How does that prepare you guys?
Oh, it prepares us a lot. And I feel like our receiving core is versatile enough to where we can see everything just in our receiver room, right? Obviously, Court and Tim and Judy and KJ. I mean, there's just so much speed, and there's different, versatility in that room. And it's been great. Like I said, we've really had to been keeping an eye on where they put Judy, because he's kind of like the all-around guy. He does it all. Obviously, he can be in the slot and, mix it up and find the wiggle room to get open. And then, he has the speed to be able to take it up top, too, which, we tried to see on that deep ball there. So, but it's been so fun competing against them, man, because, we want to see the best versions of them. They want to see the best versions of us. So, when it's season time, we're competing at all-time high.
Yesterday, PJ had a really good day. A couple of really impressive pass breakups. What have you seen from those guys like Caden, PJ, and even some of the young guys, even McMillan coming in there, Jaquan making some plays there? You guys have a lot of young guys that are stepping up, even OJ on the outside too.
Yeah. No, like I said, man, defensively there's a standard that we're trying to set, right? And we know that, from a defensive back standpoint, we're only going to go as far as our room is willing to take us. And, that's our mentality. And that's the mentality, though, in our room, the linebacker room, the D-line room, the OLB room. All across the board, that's our mentality. So if we want to be, top 5, number 1 defense in the league, it's going to start with us. And so we recognize that, hey, man, your number can be called at any time, and the standard of play can't drop. So I think that's what we're seeing, is just guys competing, and then also enjoying watching the success of your guys in your room. And so by no means are the guys in the room surprised at some of the plays that we're making in the second, third level of our defense. So really excited, man, to just see that continue to go throughout camp.
Broncos defense flying around through the first couple days of practice. Once the pads come on next week, I imagine the jawing, the chippiness are going to get up there a little bit, but Justin Simmons is a key guy. Anytime you try to throw his way, you're not going to have a lot of success doing that, Justin. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Man.